Want to know the closing costs when buying a home? With me is David Reider, partner at Berlin Patten Ebling, to help explain.
Happy to be here, Jason.
First off, there are a lot of different closing costs. In the Tampa Bay area, who usually pays for what at closing?
In our area, the seller typically pays for the owner title policy and the document stamps on the deed, saving you thousands of dollars. As the buyer, you'll usually pay for the homeowners association application and transfer fees, the recording fees for the deed, and the settlement fee. Property taxes are prorated, so you'll usually receive a credit for the portion of the year the seller owned the home, depending on what time of year you close. On a cash deal, these costs stay relatively low, but they increase significantly when you get a mortgage.
So what are the closing costs then when a buyer is getting a loan?
The biggest fees I see for most buyers are the points, the origination, and the processing fees. The lender sets these amounts, not title, and they can vary by thousands of dollars. Then there are the mortgage-related taxes and title items like document stamps on the mortgage, Florida's intangible tax on the mortgage, and the lender policy endorsements. There's also third-party fees like an appraisal, survey, credit report, and verification fees. Lastly, you have prepaid and escrows for property taxes, homeowners insurance, and prepaid interest.
Let's use a real example then. If the buyer is buying a home for $500,000 and the mortgage is $400,000, what might those costs look like?
Starting with the basics, homeowners association fees are generally in the range of $100 to $500, and your settlement fee could be about $695. Recording fees are only about $20, and maybe a little higher if we need to record something extra like a trust. Now for the loan. On a $400,000 mortgage, the state document stamps are $1,400 and the intangible tax is $800. Depending on which lender policy endorsements the lender requires, expect another $500 or so. Lender-specific fees vary by thousands, so I'll just give some ballpark figures. Origination and processing fees I usually see around the range of $5,000 to $10,000. When you add the survey, the appraisal, credit reports, and the miscellaneous fees, it could be another $2,000. Finally, the lender will calculate property tax and insurance escrows and any prepaid interest.
So what is a normal time frame then when buying a home?
For a cash sale with clean title, we can close within 3 weeks. If the buyer is getting a mortgage, we usually ask that you plan for 1 month. We finish the title work quickly, but we often have to wait for the lender's underwriting and their clear to close, which could add a week or maybe a few weeks to that timeline.
If you're looking to buy a home soon, head to Berlin Patten's website. There you can get a custom estimate of your closing costs and access other helpful resources so you know your numbers before you even make an offer.